Hey guys. So today we're doing a transformation alopecia service on my client. This service is actually what we call an alopecia weaving service. That area that you see in the crown of her head is scarred. If you guys don't know what scarred is, I highly recommend you look that up. But that basically means that that area will not have any growth based on the fact that the area has already fully healed and somewhat what we call overhealing. So when you have a scar on your body, technically, that means that there is nothing that's going to come through that area and it is scarred for life. But that is just based on my observation. Of course, my clients are always welcome to go to dermatologists to get diagnosed just for confirmation. Now, as you guys saw me starting, I did do a preliminary cut. We did do a relaxer of the sides and the back of her head, which was required for us to be able to create this type of style for her. So with the relaxer, all we did was basically go around the sides, the back, and the front. And for the front of her head, I did preserve that area versus just cutting it down or cutting it off because I wanted to incorporate that into the style that she's getting. Now, when it comes to alopecia weaving services, every style is going to be unique. No one will have the same beginning or end, should I say, because it's really dependent on what the client needs and what amount of hair the client has that we can actually use in the style. Now let's talk a little bit about aftercare of a alopecia weaving service. This is a temporary service, you guys. This is not a permanent style. This style does have to be redone every couple of weeks. Typically, clients who come to me that get alopecia weaving services, they do get first dibs on return appointments because I know that this is something that they have to get on a constant basis based on their hair and based on what their needs are. So this is definitely not a service that I would suggest for someone who just wants to do it one time and go, because once we cut your hair, once we decide to relax your hair, whatever the case may be, you do have to continue getting these services done, or you'll need to find a stylist in your area that can maintain this type of service. Now the good thing is when I do my clients' hair, I always let them know, like, hey, listen, I'm able to get you started. I'm able to give you the haircuts. I'm able to give you the blueprint of this haircut so that when you go to your stylist in your hometown or your stylist wherever you are, they now have the blueprint because I've already done the groundwork. I've already done the haircut. I've already done the blending. I've already done the manipulation. All they have to do is go back and mimic the style, or they are able to tailor a new style based on what we've already done. So this is something that I tell my clients all the time, for my local clients and also for my clients that I have on tour. Some of my clients, they do not care. They will drive to me every couple of weeks to ensure that they are able to get this service done because it's something where it just boosts their confidence. It makes them feel great. Typically, when they're at this point, they're really at the mercy of wigs, and you really get tired of that. You want to wear your own hair out. You want to be able to feel the breeze in your hair. You want to be able to just feel normal. Let's say it that way. So what I did was I did go through and mold her using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam. You guys know how I feel about the wrap foam. I'm not even going to go through the entire spiel. But shameless plug, the Elite Silk Wrap Foam is suitable for natural and relaxed hair. And it is my go-to foam for any type of molding or wrapping of my clients' hair of any sort in the Elite Hair Care USA brand or salon. Yes. Okay. So what I'm doing is just laying out or carving out her hairline. Whenever you're doing any type of mold, you want to make sure that your foundation is solid. And foundation meaning you want to make sure that your mold is laid in the direction that you're going to be styling it going forward. So she will go under the dryer at this phase of the process. And also at this phase of the process, this is when I create or begin creating that barrier of protection for that area in the crown of her head. Now, just because the area is scarred, just because I know that it more than likely will not grow back, that does not mean that I'm not going to protect that area. There is still a couple of hairs in different places. Sometimes hair grows in certain areas, or there's hair that is about to grow in that area, and I don't want to hinder that growth by not adding another layer of protection over that hair that is there and hair that may be to come. So that's very important when you're doing any type of weaving service. If your stylist is not protecting your hair, your scalp, your skin, whatever it is that is on your head, they really do not care about what they're doing, and they're really in it for the wrong reason. So for me, that was very important. So now she's dry. She does have some alopecia in other areas, if you guys can tell, which was, it was fine. I was still able to blend it, but I did have to go through and kind of straighten out the nape of her neck just a little bit. That happens when the clients are under the dryer and they scrunch their head or whatever the case may be, and sometimes it scrunches the hair. So that's why you guys see me going over it with just a flat iron, just to make sure that I can smooth that hair out a little bit. And then from there, I was just thinning out the dense areas so that I could blend it to make it match what was going on already. Now that area right at the occipital bone, right in the middle of her head, where you notice that there's less hair that versus the other parts of the nape of her neck, that area is going to blend right in as well. It's not something that I'm too worried about, especially when it comes on to the back of the head. You're able to blend that area as much as possible. And then at the same time, it's already supposed to look as though it's a fade. So it's not going to be a big issue going forward once we are finished with the style. So I always tell people, like, yes, there's always some sort of challenge, but there's really no challenge too great for Crystal. And I said it in third party. Absolutely. All right, you guys. So what I'm doing is just going through and carving out her hairline, just making sure that I, detail and clean up those areas. Now, you guys, let me give you a disclaimer really quick. You see me applying adhesive to that area. Keep in mind you did not see the second barrier of protection that I put, which was a protection solution that I put on, and then she went under the dryer and dried. The solution actually dries clear in color, so you won't really be able to tell the fact that there is actually two barriers there. And that top barrier is a silicone base, so nothing in regards to the extension or the glue itself is going to get on her scalp or her hair. So you won't see that. You didn't get to see that part. I just wanted to let you guys know that that was done. And that is why I'm able to apply the glue in that area. I know you guys are also saying, oh my gosh, why she put so much glue? Why she put so much glue? Oh, she has alopecia. This isn't going to help. It isn't your business if it is alopecia or not. The goal is to make the client comfortable, to give the client a look that is suitable for them, and to also just bring back their confidence, not yours. So yes, glue is used as the adhesive. Yes, we did protect the area, and yes, her hair came out absolutely amazing, and yes, she was happy. So that's all that matters at this point. Any other opinions, keep it to yourself. Okay, so the hair has been applied, and what I'm doing is going through and using my razor to blend that hair with her hair. Now, of course, I did have to close it as if it was a quick weave on the top, but that does not stop anything. That doesn't stop us from having a nice style. That doesn't stop us from giving her a look that she's able to wear on a normal day and make it look like she has basically like just a little short cut, a short taper cut. That's the purpose of these kind of styles. It's an illusion, and it's made to create that concept where nothing's wrong, nothing's missing, and just take the eye away from the negative space and bring it into a positive light. So I'm using my razor. Reason being is because I don't want any hard lines. Whenever I'm doing any sort of alopecia service, I try to stay away from anything that gives me a hard line. Hard lines bring more attention to what is going on. Soft lines blend the hair a lot better. It blends in with her hair a lot better. And when you can tell when it's blended right, if you guys notice, as soon as I put the wrap foam on her hair and on the extension hair, it literally melted in together, and I did not have to work hard to get that hair to lay down, okay? That's when you know that hair is cut properly. That's when you know the density is right, because I did not have to work very hard to get that hair to lay down and to blend with her hair. That is the most important part of this service, because this particular technique requires that hair to blend with her hair, or we have defeated the absolute purpose of this, okay? So for my stylists that are doing this, make sure that you watch your density. Make sure that you watch your density. Okay. So she already went under the dryer and dried. What I'm doing now is just going through and bumping it. I'm not doing too much curling when it comes onto this part because I want it to, once again, be very seamless and to blend in really well with her hair. And then from here, when she goes home, she'll literally be able to wrap the top portion like if it was a short style. She'll wrap it like a short style, or she can pin curl it if she wants to have a little more definition. And then her sides and her back, which is hers, she'll be able to just put a scarf around the sides and back and just keep that area nice and snug. So you guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video and tell me how you guys like the blend. How did you like the style? And we did leave some of her hair out in the front so that it would give her a more realistic feel. So if the breeze blew, you wouldn't even know that she had extensions in her hair because you'd see her hair. So don't forget to thumbs up this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Comment and tell me how much you like it because I thought it was beautiful.